We are often told a simple story about success and failure. It is a story about effort. We are told that with enough willpower, any goal is within reach. That discipline is a muscle. The more we exercise it, the stronger it becomes. This narrative is comforting in its simplicity. It places the power to change in our own hands, suggesting the only obstacle is lack of determination. It frames every challenge as a test of inner strength, a battle won by sheer force of will. But what if this story is incomplete? What if the problem is not always a failure of will? We rarely consider that our capacity for effort has a limit, not weakness, but a simple fact of being human. Let us set aside the language of strength and weakness for a moment. Instead, let us consider the idea of space, mental space, cognitive space, the internal room we have for thinking, deciding, focusing. This space is not infinite. Think of it like a room that slowly fills with objects. Our attention is often treated as a tool we can direct at will, a spotlight we can point wherever we choose. It suggests that if our attention wanders, it is a personal failing. But this view overlooks a fundamental truth. Attention is a finite resource. It is more like a reservoir than a spotlight. Each day we wake with a certain amount. Every notification we glance at, every small choice we are forced to make. Cognitive load is the technical term, but the experience is much simpler. It is the feeling of having too much on your mind. We are expected to monitor multiple communication channels at once: email, instant messaging, project management software. A simple request to quickly check a document is not just a 5-minute task. It involves switching contexts. Afterward, our minds linger on the discussion, making it hard to transition to the next task. An open loop is a commitment that your mind has not yet fulfilled or resolved. It is a task started, but not finished. Our brains are wired to keep these unresolved items at the forefront of our awareness. Each one now exists as an open loop in your mind, occupying a small portion of your mental RAM. They linger there, creating an invisible weight that we carry with us throughout the day. There is a point in the day when our cognitive capacity is effectively exhausted. It is the point at which the effort required to start a new task feels immense. The initial clarity and motivation of the morning have been replaced by a heavy mental fatigue, making even a simple decision feels difficult. But this is like trying to draw water from an empty well. The day does not break under the weight of a single monumental decision. It crumbles under the pressure of 1,000 tiny ones. The decision of whether to check your phone immediately or not. What to eat for breakfast. Each question, no matter how trivial, requires a small cognitive transaction. We are writing a report when an email notification pops up. After answering, we attempt to return to the report, but our train of thought has been broken. The problem is that our work environments are often designed to encourage this very behavior. The culmination of these small decisions, context switches, and accumulated residue is a day that feels incredibly busy from start to finish. We arrive at the end of the day feeling utterly spent, our mental energy completely depleted. Yet, when we look back and ask what we have truly accomplished, the answer is often very little. The alternative to a day spent battling for focus is a day guided by pre-decided structures, so that when the time comes to act, the path of least resistance is the one you want to follow. But if that decision was made the evening before, the entire negotiation is bypassed. The first task is already chosen. The mental energy that would have been spent on deciding can now be channeled directly into doing. It could be as simple as turning off all notifications on a phone. And on a computer, we can engage on our own terms in a single consolidated block of time, creating long, uninterrupted stretches for concentrated work, or unsubscribing from newsletters that are not essential. We reduce the cognitive load. Our physical environment has a profound and often underestimated influence on our mental state. A physical manifestation of a clear and focused mind. Start by removing anything not essential to the task. It is gently guided to a single point of focus. Use noise-cancelling headphones in an open-plan office, or choose a quiet library but a natural state. When a day is no longer a series of spontaneous choices but a path laid out by design, the need for willpower begins to recede. This flow carries you from one activity to the next, building a quiet momentum that makes effort feel less like a struggle. The mind is not constantly unsettled by the question of what's next. The feeling is one of ease, not of restriction. The greatest benefit of a day designed to conserve capacity is the reduction of internal negotiation. This is the constant, draining dialogue we have with ourselves about what we should be doing. You do not ask yourself if you are motivated or inspired. You simply begin because that is what the system dictates. The struggle is not won, it is made obsolete. The story of discipline is often told as a story of more. It is found in the deliberate conservation of it. It is a path of subtraction, not addition. We do not force ourselves to focus. We create the conditions where focus becomes the default state. It is in this quiet space that our best work can finally be done. Discipline does not fail because our will is weak. It fails when the space for it to operate runs out. The solution, then, is not to find more discipline. It is to protect our space. The true measure of a productive life may not be the force of our effort, but the quiet, intentional design of the space that remains.